Hi everyone, welcome back. What you see before you is something nice and cheesy and bready. This is Mexican cheesy garlic bread. Great snack, something quick to make and fun to eat. So let's get to it. Well, right off the bat we need some butter. I've got a stick of butter here. We're going to put it on the plate. It needs to be softened. Unfortunately, I didn't soften it. So we're going to cut out what we need and I'm going to nuke it. We need a stick and a quarter, like that. I'm just going to cut it up a bit to let it melt a little better. Into the microwave, 30 seconds ought to do it. It should be nice and, see, look, it's already starting to melt. We'll make it work. Now we've got our melty butter, but you don't really want it like that. You want it softened. This is only in emergencies because we've got to kind of stuff the bread, and you'll see down the road. So I've got a bowl. We'll dump our somewhat softened butter into our bowl. I'm sure it's not going to matter the little bit that I've melted. I'll put that aside. Next up, we've got some, well, it's supposed to be pickled jalapenos. I just had pickled peppers that Peter Piper may have picked. Not sure. We'll cut the tops off, and we're just going to cut these up pretty fine. Well, you can make them chunkier if you want. It just depends on what kind of heat you really want to use. This doesn't look like a lot, but I know these things are damn hot, so there's plenty to go around. So into the butter it goes. Next up, I had to redo it because I put a little too much in. 1/4 teaspoon of chili powder, Mexican chili powder if you got it. Along with that, 3-ish cloves of crushed or minced garlic, depending on what you got. That's all I had. I didn't even have real garlic to mush up. Oh, it's going to work. Now we're carefully going to combine everything. And about the only other thing you could add to the butter mix, a little bit of salt and pepper. And now we're going to add some cheese. And why are we going to add some cheese? Because why not? So this is just over a cup of a Mexican blend. And honestly, put in whatever you want. It's your loaf of Mexican cheesy bread. And we mix, 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 mix. Get it all combined. There, let's put it aside. Now we got to get to our loaf. There's our loaf. It's an Italian bread. I've taken it and I've sliced it on the diagonal about 1 inch apart, both ways. Up one way, down the other way. And you can see you're going to have little diamond shapes. Now you want to go all the way down to the bottom without actually cutting the bottom, which is a little dicey. So now we've got to take our butter and cheese mixture and ever so carefully kind of get it in between the slits. And yes, this is the pain part because this is not super simple. I wish it was. But I liked the idea. I liked where it was going, and I really had to try it. So there you see we got one strip. And then I decided, you know what? It's probably easier because it's not melted butter. I'm just going to use my fingers and kind of push it in each way. You want to make sure you cover it all and make sure you go right down to the edge. And I really like where it's going too because I can see once it's done, this is not your usual garlic bread. You butter a little butter on top and throw a little bit of garlic and cheese. This is going to be kind of cool. So I really hope this works out, and I'm pretty sure it's going to. So I've taken everything we got in the way of butter and cheese, and I've tried to get every section possible as even as possible. I think we got it. Yeah, it don't look that great, but it's going to bake up fantastic. Now, of course, we still have to put a little extra cheese on. Why? Because we do. There's no question about it. Just a little sprinkling on top like that. Let's get it into the oven. 375 for about 15 minutes until the cheese gets nice and melty. Like that. Now, doesn't that look good? It sure does. And it smells good too. So now I've let this cool for a couple minutes. I'm carefully going to pull apart a piece just to try it. And look how that pulls apart. This is good. Yep. Definitely my kind of a snack. And I hope you're going to give this one a try. You are not going to regret it. The diamond shapes are really cool. And you know, the pull apart's a lot of fun too. Hey, another great recipe. I hope you'll give it a try. Leave me a comment below, one way or the other. Listen, if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell because that'll tell you the next time I upload a video. Feel free to share this and any of my other videos. And thanks for stopping by and watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.